Hi glorious community, Omar here, and in this video I want to show you how I create these consistent style product shots that I post on my Instagram. As you can see, here's a range of product photos of a PC build that I did in partnership with ASRock, which is a PC components company. And there's a bunch more. If you go through my Instagram account, my handle is Build with Omar. For example, here's a set of photos of a GPU unit I promoted with ASRock. And let's check out this one. That's the actual product build. Here's 27-inch curved display. As you can notice, all these images have a very consistent style, starting with a hero shot in the beginning explaining what the product is with a bit of text and a color palette splash. And then I go into the various shots and it's all consistent in a very specific frame. All these photos are shot on my iPhone. I then import them into Glorify and I create these carousels, as you can see over here. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what my process looks like. Hey, what's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to be designing my Instagram posts for my product shots. I do this in collaboration with other e-commerce partners on my personal Instagram brand. So if you have a personal brand and you collaborate with e-commerce companies, or perhaps you even sell your own products, this is an easy way to create a very consistent style of Instagram posts of your product shots, right? So I'm going to jump into my project. I've already created the project in the past, and I'm going to be using that as a starting point for my workflow. And that's the advantage of Glorify, is that once you create a project and you're happy with the output and you've used that specific style to make future posts in the same consistent style, all it takes is to open the same project and duplicate the existing style or template that you have created for yourself, right? So in this case, you can see my product shots on Instagram has a very specific style. The first shot in the carousel will show the main product with a little bit of a title and a color palette. And the shots that follow through after that will be a few snaps of the product itself. So in this case, we did a promotion with ASRock's motherboard, and the following post had various shots of us installing the motherboard into a PC build, right? And all of this was then added into my Instagram personal account as a Instagram carousel. Now what I'm going to do over here is duplicate one of these templates. I don't actually need those images, so I'm going to delete that and delete that too. All I need is the main shot. I'm going to take this and click duplicate canvas, and that'll duplicate the canvas I want. And I want one of these standard shots with just the frame. Boom. There we go. So that's what my carousel style looks like. As mentioned, that would be the first shot within the carousel for a product showcase in my personal Instagram account. And the rest of the carousel will show different angles of the product itself. Now I just uploaded all of my images earlier, but for those of you guys who need a reminder, all you have to do is take your photos and you're just going to be dragging and dropping them right on your canvas, and it'll just be laid out exactly how you want. So what I typically like to do to replace these images, these are actually images inside of shapes. So to replace them is as simple as copying the image you want. So let's say I want this image. I'm going to hit Command C, then go into my canvas and I'm going to select the image I want to replace and hit Command V, and boom, the image is now going to be inside that. I will then now double click it to edit image, and you can use this handle to zoom in, zoom out, or rotate. You can have as much control as you like, or you can simply use the draggable fields on the right and scale out and scale in by using this, and then position with Y and X axis, right? So I think what I want is to show that nice light on the right, and we can scale it just above 100% and a bit on this side. In fact, let's do about I want a bit more, 110%. And yeah, around there looks like a nice shot. Next up, I want to edit this title. So I'm doing this for ASRock as well, which is the company I'm working with. I'm going to call this image final. Yeah, final. Actually, the final build. Happy with that. And for these, I just pick any color that I like. That's just the style of my posts. Just do a little color palette capture over here. I'm just selecting color swatch, and we'll pick the bright orange over here and ramp it up to the most saturated version of it. And this one over here too. For this, I might either pick turquoise or the blue from the screen. Looks kind of cool too. I want to just make it a bit deeper. Yeah, there you go. So that kind of sums up the color palette of the image, and then the next canvas will be the next image in the carousel. So I'll probably duplicate these a couple of times for each one, and I'll select this image. Sorry, I will copy the image I want to paste and paste it in there. Same for this. Boom. Same for that. Boom. This is a nice angle. Might use this for the last one. I want this image. That one looks interesting. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, I guess that's okay. I might exclude some. So I've done this. I've done this one. I've done this one. I've done this one, and I've done this one. I haven't done this one yet. So that could be the last one that I do. So I'm going to duplicate that again, and we'll do this. Boom. Great, I'm happy with that. And what we could do is, now that I'm done, I can delete this. I don't want this image. I feel like it's too similar to this image, so I'm not going to use that one in the end. So I'm going to delete that one, delete all the images because I don't need them anymore. Put them in the order that I want and organize them accordingly. So I select all these, put them over here. I'll select all of them, and we will align it on the canvas just so that it's nice and organized and distribute horizontally. I'll now also like to rename it so I know exactly which one to post in what order. So I'm going to double click the layers and just rename them one by one. So 0, 1, and the last one 0, 7. Great, now that I'm done, all I'm doing is exporting all these at the same time by selecting them all. I'll hit the download button on the top right. I can get a nice little preview before I finalize the download, and I'm going to be downloading it in JPEG. Full quality, 1x size. I'm happy with the size. Hit download, and the download will start. Really, that's my process for creating consistent product shots for my Instagram account. Now let me go ahead and upload them, and once I've uploaded them, I'll show you the result. All right, so now that I've exported my images, the first thing I'll do is airdrop them into my phone. That's a really cool thing about the Apple ecosystem. Of course, if you're using a Windows phone, then I'm sure you can transfer them over to your phone in whatever method you prefer. I'm going to take the downloads from my MacBook. I'm going to airdrop them to my phone now. And it's on its way. There we go. Airdrop complete. I've got all of my pictures as I edited them from Glorify. Next, I'm going to upload them into Instagram. So I'll hit the plus icon and I'm going to choose post. And from here, I'm going to choose the multiple selection icon. I'm going to select from number 1, which is this one, and I'm going to move progressively through the entire carousel. Perfect. There we go. And that would be the last one, the 7th one. And from here, I'm going to hit next. Now, the couple of things I do to enhance them directly on Instagram is I like to add a texture to all of my images. The way I do that is I click the texture icon on the top right, and the texture I typically go for this specific set of images is the grainy effect. It gives this kind of retro feeling, and I typically put this at about 75%, and it makes it feel like a bit retro, a bit old and organic, and I love that kind of feeling, that vibe, right? So it feels natural. It does kind of reduce the quality, but that's part of the effect, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing to each of these images. So I'm going to go through these one by one now. Great, so it looks like it's been added to all of them. Sometimes I notice you just have to double check this because it might be an Instagram bug, but sometimes I notice I have to do them individually for each image. But in this case, it seems like it's been added across all of them. Another thing that you could try is adding a music track. It can make the post feel more engaging. In this case, I'm going to skip it for this particular post, but I'm going to go ahead and click next. Great, so here's my entire carousel as a preview. On the top, you can see it all. Looks great. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my caption. So I've copied my caption and I'm going to go ahead and paste it right here. Of course, you can type this up manually as well if you prefer. I have to tag the company ASRock as that's one of their requirements for this collaboration. Finally, I'm going to go ahead and add some unique hashtags. The way I like to do hashtags is simply discover the best ones depending on relevant to the post. So I'm going to start typing, for example, PC build. There's a good one, 1.2 million. Custom PC. great. 717K, great. Amount of volume, custom PC build, custom PC. Gamer life could be one. I don't plan these, I just go on Instagram and discover new ones all the time. Gaming gear, PC components, let's see if that's the one. Components, yeah, 31K. And custom PC, I didn't type that right. Custom PC build, 246K. And I'll put photo dump as well. Photo dump. Perfect, so I'm happy with that. I'll go ahead and hit OK. So that's my caption done. I'll now have to tag these snaps with the relevant partner. So the partners are ASRock and ASRock Phantom Gaming too. I also have to do Lianli, and we're gonna do a few others just in unison. So Epo Maker and Dvoom. We'll do also Cobble Designs, which made the table, and Razer that did the mic. Fantastic. So yeah, and we could also add Cooler Master. You know what, let's do Cooler Master the next shot. So same thing here, let's do fantastic, and for here we can do Cooler Master. Boom, right there. And I think these are fine, don't need more. Great, I'm happy with those. So now that I'm done, I can go ahead and add location if you want. That can get relevant people. And from here, we can just go ahead and shoot the share. So I'm going to turn off Facebook because I don't want it to go to my Facebook. I just want to keep it on Instagram. Hit share. And that is literally my process. Really simple. Just keep your designs consistent using Glorify as a workflow. By using the infinite canvas, you've done previous work. You're just duplicating that work, replacing the contents, replacing the colors and the text, exporting that in batch, which is awesome with Glorify, then bringing that to your device and posting it directly from your device. Use a ready-made caption or type the caption manually, and from there you can go ahead and add your relevant hashtags, and that can give you some great reach. Once you're done, you go ahead and tag the relevant partners you're working with and go ahead and post. That's it for this video. I'll catch up with you soon.